So day 53 of Through the Bible in 1 year. In today's Bible study video, we're going to be covering Numbers chapter 26 and Numbers chapter 27. Now, again, I referenced a few videos back, just a little strategy you can use when you're dealing with a big chapter, basically. And what I basically outlined is basically what you have to do is just literally break down what the chapter is really about, and it typically will become a lot easier. So the first chapter today that we're going to cover is quite a big one. It's about 60 plus verses, but it's literally just about numbering the children of Israel, similar to what we did when we ended the book of Numbers, which I think is really, really ironic. Again, I'll bring that up as well as we go through it. But literally, we're going to be numbering the tribes, basically. So we're literally going to go through 1 to 12, one tribe, second tribe, third tribe, fourth tribe, fifth tribe, sixth, seventh, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, basically. So basically, coming from that standpoint, we're going to literally go through Reuben, Simeon, Judah, Dan, Naphtali, etc., okay, and so forth, okay. So let's just jump straight into today's Bible study video, and let's jump straight into it. Let's see what the text has for us. Numbers 26 and verse 1 reads, "And it came to pass after the plague that the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Eleazar the son of Aaron the priest, saying, Take the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel from 20 years old and upward throughout their father's house, all that are able to go to one Israel." Now this should seem really familiar to you because it's what we did when we opened the book of Numbers, basically. So what I want to say from this standpoint is you should obviously, if you were diligent, being diligent anyway, have written notes about Numbers chapter 1. Okay, I want you to literally compare those notes and actually jot these down as well, to literally compare and contrast then until now, okay, because then they were literally at the beginning of the journey, and what we were typically going to find here is that this is pretty much the end of the journey. Okay, so let's see how it plays out. Okay, "And Moses," verse 3, "and Eleazar the priest spake with them in the plains of Moab by Jordan, Jericho, saying, From 20 years old and upward, as the Lord commanded Moses and the children of Israel which went forth out of the land of Egypt. Reuben, the eldest son of Israel, the children of Reuben, Hanok, the family of the Hanokites, of Palu, the family of the Paluites, of Hezron, the family of the Hezronites, of Carmi, the family of the Carmites. These the families of the Reubenites, and they that were numbered of them were 43,730. So 43,730 for the family of Reuben. Okay. So remember, in the beginning of the book of Numbers, the Lord gave each tribe particular placements. Obviously, if you haven't done it, go back to Numbers 1, literally do all the diagram, and we literally highlighted what that placement actually highlighted, okay? Let's keep going. "And the sons of Palu, Eliab, and the sons of Eliab, Nemuel, and Dathan, and Abiram. That Dathan and Abiram, famous in the congregation, who strove against Moses and against Aaron in the company of Korah, when they strove against the Lord." So that was just a few chapters back, basically, this whole leadership coup, which obviously didn't work out in their favor. They obviously were killed and made an example, which the scripture is actually going to highlight here. Verse 10, "And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up together with Korah when that company died, what time the fire devoured 250 men, and they became a sign." Okay. 11, "Notwithstanding, the children of Korah died not." 12, "The sons of Simeon after their families," and you'll notice as well that it's in the exact same order, name by name, tribe by tribe, as it was in Numbers chapter 1. Okay. 12, "The sons of Simeon after their families, of Nemuel, the family of the Nemulites, of Jamin, the family of the Jaminites, of Jachin, the family of the Jachinites, of Zerah, the family of the Zarhites, of Shael, the family of the Shaelites. These the families of the Simeonites, 20 and 2,200. Okay. The children of Gad after their families, of Zephon, the family of the Zephonites, of Haggai, the family of the Haggites, of Shuni, the family of the Shunites." Excuse me. What I actually want to say as well is, what you should notice is there are some tribes that have just been depleted tremendously. Okay, there's some tribes that have literally stayed the same, and there's some tribes that have increased dramatically as well. So one thing that I'd encourage you to do as well is literally, after you've drawn up all of these tribes basically in their new numbers, basically go back between Numbers 1 and Numbers 26, what we're reading here, and see if there's anything that stands out in the particular tribe that might have caused these numbers to change. Okay, I think that'll be an interesting study. Let's keep going. 16. Of Ozni, the family of the Oznites. Of Eri, the family of the Erites. Of Arod, the family of the Arodites. Of Areli, the family of the Arelites. These the families of the children of Gad, according to those that were numbered of them, 40,500. The sons of Judah, and Onan. And and Onan died in the land of Canaan. And the sons of Judah after their families were of Shelah, the family of the Shelanites. Of Pharez, the family of the Pharzites. Of Zerah, the family of the Zarhites. And the sons of Pharez were of Hezron, the family of the Hezronites. Of Hamul, the family of the Hamulites. These the families of Judah according to those that were numbered of them, 16,500, so 76,500. Of the sons of Issachar after their families, Tola, the family of the Tolaites. Of Puah, the family of the Punites. Of Jashub, the family of the Jashubites. Of Shimron, the family of the Shimronites. These the families of Issachar according to those that were numbered of them, 4,300, so 64,300. Of the sons of Zebulun after their families, of Sered, the family of the Sardites. Of Elon, the family of the Elonites. Of Jalil, the family of the Jalilites. These the families of the Zebulunites according to those that were numbered of them, 3,500. Okay, so 60,500. 28. The sons of Joseph after the families Manasseh and Ephraim. Of the sons of Manasseh, of Machir, the family of the Machirites. And Machir begat Gilead, and Gilead the family of the Gileadites. These the sons of Gilead, Jezer, the family of the Jezerites. Of Helek, the family of the Helekites. And of Azrael, the family of the Azraelites. And Shechem, the family of the Shechemites. And Shemida, the family of the Shemidaites. And Hepher, the family of the Hepherites. And Zelophehad, the son of Hepher, had no sons but daughters. And the names of the daughters of Zelophehad, Mahlah, and Noah, and Hoglah, and Milcah, and Tirzah. These the families of Manasseh, and those that were numbered of them, 52,700. So Manasseh, 52,700. These the sons of Ephraim after their families, of Shuphilah, the family of the Shuphulites. Of Beka, the family of the Bachrites. Of Tahan, the family of the Tahanites. And these the sons of Shuphilah. Of Iran, the family of the Iranites. These the families of the sons of Ephraim according to those that were numbered of them, 32,500. So 32,500. These the sons of Joseph after their families. The sons of Benjamin after their families. Of Bela, the family of the Belaites. Of Ashbel, the family of the Ashbelites. Of Ahiram, the family of the Ahiramites. Of Shupham, the family of the Shuphamites. Of Hupham, the family of the Huphamites. And the sons of Bela were Ard and Naaman, the family of the Ardites. Of Naaman, the family of the Naamites. Okay. 41. These the sons of Benjamin after their families, and they that were numbered of them, 45,600. So 45,600 for the Benjamites. Okay, the tribe of Benjamin. These the sons of Dan after their families, of Shuham, the family of the Shuhamites. These the families of Dan after their families. All the families of the Shuhamites, according to those that were numbered of them, 4,400. So 64,400. The children of Asher after their families, of Jimnah, the family of the Jimnites. Of Jesua, the family of the Jesuites. Of Beriah, the family of the Berites. Of the sons of Beriah. Of Heber, the family of the Heberites. Of Malchiel, the family of the Malchielites. And the name of the daughter of Asher, Sarah. These the families of the sons of Asher according to those that were numbered of them, 53,400. So 53,400 for the tribe of Asher. Okay, last one here. The sons of Naphtali after their families, of Jazil, the family of the Jazilites. Of Guni, the family of the Gunites. Of Jezer, the family of the Jezerites. Of Shilem, the family of the Shilemites. These the families of Naphtali according to their families, and they that were numbered of them 45,400. So 45,400 for Naphtali, the tribe of Naphtali. Okay. These the numbered of the children of Israel 600,000 and 1,730. So 601,730. And if you look at the comparison, it's pretty much relative, is the same. Just a few thousand difference, okay, in the complete total, which I think is quite interesting, okay, as the Lord's highlighting, okay, preservation, okay, over, we're talking about 40 years in the wilderness pretty much, okay, so they've been preserved, okay. 52. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Unto these the land shall be divided for an inheritance, according to the number of names. Okay, and this is one of the big differences, I believe, between Numbers 1 and Numbers 26. Okay, in Numbers 1, they were traveling around, okay, wandering, okay, wilderness wanderings, as is commonly known. And from that standpoint, the big thing was the whole, I pointed out, the big image that you could see if you overlook the Israelites, okay. Now it's interesting because I believe at this point now things have to change, because they're not going to be wandering anymore. We're literally talking about entering into their promised land, and from that standpoint we're dealing with inheritance, okay. So I believe now when it comes to inheritance, the Lord's obviously going to distribute in a particular way, and we'll read about what the particular way is right now, okay. Look what he says. 54. To many thou shalt give the more inheritance, and to few thou shalt give the less inheritance. To everyone shall his inheritance be given according to those that were numbered of him. Excuse me. 55. Notwithstanding, the land shall be divided by lot. Excuse me, according to the names of the tribes of their fathers they shall inherit. According to the lot shall the possession thereof be divided between many and few. And these they that were numbered of the Levites after their families, of Gershon, the family of the Gershonites, of Kohath, the family of the Kohathites, of Merari, the family of the Merarites. These the families of the Levites, the family of the Libnites, the family of the Hebronites, the family of the Marlites, the family of the Mushites, the family of the Korathites. And Kohath begat Amram, and the name of Amram's wife Jochebed, the daughter of Levi, whom bare to Levi in Egypt. And she bare unto Amram Aaron and Moses and Miriam their sister. Okay. And unto Aaron was born Nadab and Abihu, Eleazar and Ithamar. And Nadab and Abihu died when they offered strange fire before the Lord. And those that were numbered of them were 23,000. Okay, so 23,000. All males from a month old and upward, for they were not numbered among the children of Israel, because there was no inheritance given them among the children of Israel. So again, similar to Numbers 1-2, the Israelites, the 12 tribes, numbered first, and the Levites numbered after, because they're not basically given part inheritance. Okay, the Lord was their inheritance, as the Lord said several times through our readings. 63. These they that were numbered by Moses and Eleazar the priest, who numbered the children of Israel in the plains of Moab by Jordan, Jericho. Okay, now these two verses I think are really key. But among these there was not a man of them whom Moses and Aaron the priest numbered when they numbered the children of Israel in the wilderness of Sinai. So the Holy Spirit is here linking this back to Numbers chapter 1, and it's literally saying there was no man from that numbering in this numbering. Okay. For the Lord had said of them, they shall surely die in the wilderness, and there was not left a man of them, save Caleb the son of Jephunneh and Joshua the son of Nun. So the Lord's using that chapter to just literally wrap up the whole sequence of events and say, look, I said that no men from that time will make it here, basically. And the Lord's basically using that whole numbering sequence in Numbers 26 to literally outline that here, okay? So we get into Numbers chapter 27. This is it's a short verse, but it's a really key verse going forward in regards to the narrative of the whole scripture. So let's jump into it, okay? And I'll continue to jump back to this particular chapter when we get to pivotal places, I believe, in the scripture, okay, that literally this relies on. 27 verse 1. Then came the daughters of Zelophehad, the son of Hepher, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, of the families of Manasseh, the son of Joseph. And these the names of his daughters, Mahlah, Noah, and Hoglah, and Milcah, and Tirzah. And they stood before Moses, and before Eleazar the priest, and before the princes, and all the congregation, the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, saying, Our father died in the wilderness, and he was not in the company of them that gathered themselves together against the Lord, in the company of Korah, okay, but died in his own sin and had no sons. Why should the name of our father be done away from among his family, because he hath no son? Give unto us a possession among the brethren of our father. And Moses brought their cause before the Lord, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, The daughters of Zelophehad speak right. Thou shalt surely give them a possession of an inheritance among their father's brethren, and thou shalt cause the inheritance of their father to pass on to them. Okay, so this is actually really pivotal from the standpoint of even if the man didn't have sons, okay, his name would still be able to pass through. Okay, and this is sort of what we'd call in the realm of law a precedent. Okay, when something happens for the first time, and I'm not saying this is necessarily the first time it happened, but this is, I guess, the first time it's being presently known. Okay, and obviously it might be the first time as well. Okay, not disregarding that, and the Lord's basically causing a judgment to be made here. Okay, that the inheritance will literally pass to them. Okay. Verse 8, And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If a man die and have no son, then he shall cause his inheritance to pass unto his daughter. Okay. And if he have no daughter, then he shall give his inheritance unto his brethren. So if a man dies and there's no inheritance, there's no lineage basically, then give it to his brethren. And if he have no brethren, then he shall give his inheritance unto his father's brethren. Okay. And if his father have no brethren, then he shall give his inheritance unto his kinsman that is next to him of his family, and he shall possess it, and it shall be unto the children of Israel a statute of judgment, as the Lord commanded Moses. Okay, so the Lord's basically instituting here that, look, when all of these situations, the inheritance passes over, okay, will pass through to basically the next of kin. Basically, this is one of the reasons we get that common phrase today, the next of kin. Okay, if someone goes to hospital, who do they phone? They phone the next of kin, basically. Okay, that's typically the closest available family member, basically. So a child's next of kin will typically be the parents. If you can't get in touch with the parents, then maybe it might be the grandparents or the uncle or the auntie or something along those lines. Okay, next of kin. Okay, you just literally just continue to branch out as close as you can. Okay. Verse 12, And the Lord said unto Moses, Get thee up into this mount of Abiram, and see the land which I have given unto the children of Israel. And when thou hast seen it, thou also shalt be gathered unto thy people, as Aaron thy brother was gathered. So you read previously about how Miriam died. You read previously about how Aaron went to the top of the mount, and he obviously was gathered up to his people. He died at the top of the mount, and Moses came back down from the mountain of Eleazar, Aaron's son. So the Lord's literally saying to Moses, look, get up to the mount. You can see the land which is promised, but then you're obviously going to die as well. Okay, 14. Why? For you rebelled against my commandment in the desert of Zin, in the strife of the congregation, to sanctify me at the water before their eyes, that the water of Meribah in Kadesh in the wilderness of Zin. That's literally when Moses smote the rock twice. The second time he was actually going through this procedure to bring up water. When the Lord actually said, this time you need to speak to the rock, basically. Okay, so he disobeyed in unbelief, him and Aaron. 15. And Moses spake unto the Lord, saying, again, this class personified in regards to Moses' character. 16. Let the Lord, the God of the spirits of all flesh, set a man over the congregation. He's just been told he's going to die, and his first response is, okay, let someone be a leader over the congregation. Why? Which 12:17, which may go out before them, and which may go in before them, and which may lead them out, and which may bring them in, that the congregation of the Lord be not as sheep which have no shepherd. Okay, common statement. You can even take this statement to the New Testament. You see the same phrase as well, the sheep without a shepherd. You can see it all linked in between with Jesus and all that kind of stuff as well. 18. And the Lord said unto Moses, talking in the New Testament, that is, 18 is, and the Lord said unto Moses, Take thee Joshua the son of Nun, a man in whom the Spirit, and lay thine hand upon him, and set him before Eleazar the priest, and before all the congregation, and give him a charge in their sight. And thou shalt put of thine honour upon him, that all the congregation of the children of Israel may be obedient. And he shall stand before Eleazar the priest, who shall ask for him after the judgment of Urim before the Lord. At his word shall they go out, and at his word they shall come in. He and all the children of Israel with him, even all the congregation. And Moses did as the Lord commanded him, and he took Joshua and set him before Eleazar the priest and before all the congregation. And he laid his hands upon him and gave him a charge as the Lord commanded by the hand of Moses. May God bless his words. So what we've literally seen over the last couple of chapters is literally the changing of the guard. We've seen Aaron replaced with his son Eleazar, and we've even seen the next one to come after, Phinehas, basically been brought into the narrative as well. And it's interesting that Moses was the leader for so long, and now that's being transferred over to Joshua. And it's interesting because, remember, Moses had sons, and isn't it interesting that the Lord didn't say, okay, pick one of your sons? Or isn't it interesting that Moses didn't say, I'm going to pick one of my sons? Okay, it's so commonplace today, based for so many reasons. Big one is probably pride, okay, where it's not everyone's son. It's not always the son of the minister, okay, that needs to come into the place, okay. And obviously, when you think about a lot of churches, the way they run today, it's literally a business, okay. And from that standpoint, you want to keep it literal. What we're talking about in this verse, which is ironic, next of kin, okay. You want to keep it in the family, so to speak, okay, opposed to the way the Lord implemented it, okay, where the Lord will pick the next man that's worthy, okay. And that's literally how it went, okay. Obviously, the whole line of kings is obviously different, because kings is obviously succession, so to speak. And obviously that was based on the Lord's promise to David, okay, to always have a man from his lineage on the throne, etc., okay, which is obviously different. But I think that's interesting, to put the people, the men to lead God's people. Basically, it wasn't always just a lineage thing, it was who the Lord chose specifically to lead his congregation. So that's the end of today's Bible study video, covering Numbers 26 and Numbers 27. Really, literally share this video with your friends, share this channel with your friends and your family, allow them to learn more about what the scriptures actually have in store for them, and just those of the deep revelations the Lord's actually hidden within the scripture. And it's our duty to obviously unravel the scriptures through our meditations, our fellowship, and our study of the scriptures, and obviously bring them out, and obviously just bask in awe of what the Lord's put actually in this book, okay, written thousands of years ago. So thanks for tuning in to today's Bible study video. Subscribe to the channel, share with your friends and your family, and thanks and take care. Look out for a new video in the future.